Have you seen the headlines about the Supreme Court, the FCC, and phone privacy? I'm sure you have. It's actually about who gets to hand out the ticket. Here's what happened. Back in 2018, reports revealed that some wireless carriers, AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, were allowing customer data to be shared through outside companies. Some uses made sense. Think roadside assistance, emergency services, fraud prevention. But the data didn't always stop there. It passed through multiple companies, and investigations found that people like bounty hunters and bail bond agents were sometimes able to obtain the location information too. That's when people started asking, if my phone company knows where I am, who else knows where I am? The FCC investigated and eventually fined AT&T about $57 million and Verizon about $47 million, arguing they failed to adequately protect customer location data. But here's the twist. The phone companies weren't asking the Supreme Court to decide whether they mishandled customer data. Instead, they challenged the FCC's authority to issue those penalties through its existing process. Think of it like this. Imagine getting a speeding ticket, and you might care that you got the ticket, but if you think the police officer had no authority to issue the ticket in the first place, you're probably going to challenge it too. That's essentially what happened here. The telecom companies weren't just fighting the penalties. Even though they were big, they really wouldn't make a mark. They were challenging the FCC's authority to issue them. The Supreme Court ruled 8-1 in favor of the FCC. The court said that the FCC could continue issuing penalties through its existing process. Fair enough. If a company refuses to pay, the government still has to go to court and prove its case. Fair enough. So this ruling wasn't really about whether the companies violated privacy laws. That's important to know. It was about who gets to make the first call, the FCC or a jury duty, for it to go to trial. And now the Supreme Court has answered the question. The FCC goes first. They can issue the penalties, and then it can go to court if the company decides not to pay. I'm V, and I'm behind the Red, Blue, and Biz, where I break down news in 90 seconds so you can decide what to think.